Hello guys, it's me Hemish and welcome back to my YouTube channel The Coder. So let me first introduce myself. I am Hemish and I'm currently just passed out from class 12 and I have 3 years of experience in Flutter, like coding experience. Then I have created 13 applications, all of which are created in Flutter, and currently I'm live streaming on my YouTube channel, and we are creating the application like this one. Yeah, so this is kind of the application that we are creating. It is like a statistics application for WhatsApp. Like it shows us the statistics of WhatsApp, like how many messages we have sent, then what's the average response time, like at what average time the like one is responding, then like how many sessions we have talked. So a session is basically like a time, like when we can say like if there is a time difference between two messages like 1 hour or so, then the session changes. Instead, like how many times we are chatting on WhatsApp, kind of that. So currently this is the bare minimum thing that we are creating, like the MVP thing. So yeah, so let's start on the coding part. So from the last part, yeah, so in the last live stream we have almost completed the entire UI. The only thing that was left is this average response time. Like the radial bar graph thing that we'll be creating will go here. Everything else has been created in the UI. The part that's left is this one. So I have seen about how to achieve that, and let's start with that. Yeah. So for this we'll be using the package named as Syncfusion. Yep, we have installed the package. We have installed the package as Syncfusion Flutter Chats. We'll be using this package for that. And wait, why is the live taking so much? Oh, sorry. Why is live taking this much? Wait, let me see that. So I did some changes in the OBS for the live stream. Now it should not be lagging much. Let's hope for the best that it doesn't lag again. Let's get started with this coding part. So here we'll be declaring all of that. So I have actually found the documentation all of that for it. Let me share the documentation. Wait a moment, let the Chrome open. Yeah. So Syncfusion example. Yeah, it was something like this only. Yeah, here it is. Wait a moment. Yeah, again. Encoding is overloading. Yeah, now it's looking proper. I told the Discord to quit, so it must have quitted. And yeah, so the kind of thing that we'll be using here, where is my design? Yeah, Here will be something like it was in the circular chats. I don't want any discount for now. In the donut part, was it a donut? Yeah, radial bar graph. So we'll be achieving something like this or this, kind of in between these both. For now, let's implement this one because we won't be needing any image or so in the middle. And let's see the code of it and how it is coded. Yeah. So here is its code, and it's having a what's going on with this? Isn't this supposed to be a widget thing? Render the radio series with a legend. Creates a radio series with legend. Okay. It's like a class and we are extending sample view with that. Here's the constructor. We are overriding the create state. So it's like we can say like it's like stateful widget thing. In the init, we are just enabling the tooltip behavior. Simple thing, okay. Then we won't be needing the tooltip for now, so we won't be doing this, all of this, okay. And the build, we are returning this, which goes here, and it is SF circular chart, which we maybe have already done in the code. Yep, here it is, so no issue with that. And each is, it has title as each card because activity tracker. Let me also open the example thing so that we can see that which part corresponds to which. Yeah, so here's the title which we won't be needing. So this will be nothing. Legend will be, we will be using legend obviously. And tooltip behavior we won't be needing, and the final thing, yeah. So let's first of all like start creating that part. Asset regular part, this won't, yeah. So legend is required. Yeah, so legend is required and we will be passing the legend. Is visible is true because we want our legend to be visible. Then there is like a height width or so, and if you can like just copy this because copying is not bad or so. Where is it? Yeah. Let's, so this will take care of the legend part, and tooltip behavior we won't be needing that. What's this? Series. Oh, so this is kind of like the way we are representing the data. It's like a list of radial bar series which takes two parameters as chart, sample, and string. Okay. So final list equals to. So we are defining each one as this radial bar series chart sample data. What's the chart sample data, man? So are they having? Yep, there is also model. So let's go to that model and check out how the model is used to. It was model. Then what's the name of the model? Sample view. Sample view. What is the model? Wait. Is this should to be model? Okay. So the thing that I'm able to see is like it is not a simple thing to implement this little graph. They haven't made this API like a simple way. Yeah, so the thing that I'm thinking is that we'll be declaring doing this part later on. Let's first like at least get the data working so that we can like then pass the data and view that part. So yeah, so the thing that will be when we like have imported the message, then we first of all need to format into a list of messages. So this is a message having date and time. Yeah. Let's also define a variable for time, and it we will like just passing the raw string. For now we won't be like using this approach. How can we do that? Yeah, for now we so this will be the, and as you have seen earlier, the message this is something like in the forms of this way. Let me first of all like get a sample kind of a mini message thing exported, which which we'll be using so that we can see how the message looks. Sorry. Yeah, so where is that thing that I've exported? Yeah, got that. So it is something like this. Can I increase? Yep, I can. So that each and every message starts with like a square bracket in the starting and ends with this. And there is like a comma and a space between both of them. After that there is like name with after colon, after which there is like actual message. Actually this is like a message that I have exported from my chat, WhatsApp chat. It's not the exact chat. It's like we have made a mock chat thing. So this is the exported part of that. And actually this is not a two-line thing, it's a single line. Yeah. And this is a multi-line message. Okay, and afterwards this is the location thing which we will later think. Yeah, so the thing I'm thinking to achieve this is something like each message will start with a square bracket and there will be a comma with a space. This will be the date at which the message is sent. After it there is a time with AM PM, then closing bracket, and after that there is the name, and also name can have spaces. Wait. So each one will be having. So we can do that. Can we iterate over each one or something like that? Let's first of all create a new model. Is messages dot and this won't be much. Sorry. This is like mainly to like the store or message, and we'll be creating a constructor for it having this dot date and this dot time, this dot sender, and finally this dot content. So this is all the content, like this is all the data that a message have, and then can be like optional maybe or required. Let's wanna make them nullable, which we don't. Let it be for now. Message is character set import. You are not needed for now. You can go. So we are defining a class having name as messages. This should be the class that we'll be having like a method. Like let's define a method named as generate messages. Not generate. Format messages. It will be taking input as string and its type returning data type will be a list of message. For now, let's just return an empty list, like to stop giving that error thing. Yeah. String, what's string? Sorry, it's string, string. My bad. So the first thing that we'll be doing with this is like we will first of all formatting like how can I say that, like maybe yeah, first of all splitting the entire thing like string. Let's just say that list of type string as messages list. It is like a list and it will be such that string dot split and the pattern that will be a new line. So for now we are like splitting at each and every new line. Like yep. So now we are having such that I will be modifying this. No, but I can like just create a new file in the VS Code so that why is that this Unicode thing here, man? Image omitted. Right. So I have centered image at that part and that is omitted. No doubt that's using that. And 11.6.22. New thing to know, there is some Unicode thing going on also. No issue. Wait, is wow. Wait, so is this some kind of format thing? YAML? Or it has detected it as a YAML? How can this be a YAML file? It's just a normal text. It's not a YAML file. Or is it? Because let it be giving that. So for now we are splitting at each and every enter part, like we at each and every and new line that's there. And it will also split at the multi-line thing also. But afterwards we'll also like merge that. Don't you, man? No, I don't want to close it here. So for now, yep. So then we'll be iterating through each one. String message, string as capital message in messages list. So for each and every message, we'll be checking that if message, and let's also like create a list of message, which will be the returning messages, and it will be a empty list for now. Yeah. and if message dot or if its first character equals to like a opening bracket. So this first character opening bracket signifies that like we are checking if the first character is a opening bracket also, which like allows us yeah. So by checking this sheet as a opening bracket, we can check if we are like using like if we are, how can I define that, like if we are using like if it is the starting of actual message. Now for multi-line there is no opening bracket here. I know it can have, but we'll also take that case also. So if the first character is this, then we will just messages list. No, messages dot add. Then we'll just add. No, for now we can't. So if that is like the first character thing, like if it is actually a new message, then the thing really gets simple. Like we can do that messages dot add and it will message the date. Now we need to pick up the date. So as far as we can see, the first thing that comes is like the comma and after this. So we can, so for now let's keep that here and let's get message, sorry, date, my bad. So date will be taken out as a message dot split MESSAGE message dot split, and now we'll be splitting it at comma. No. But to split we can like just get the index dot index of, and the pattern will be simple, just a comma. And return to index of first match. So it starts from here and it will be getting this index. So the thing that we get, maybe getting the index is not required, I think, because it adds 0 everywhere and also like this. So yep, it is not required at all. We can like, so the character will be like from 0 to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Will that be a proper thing? First, 0th character, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7, 8 and 9, 0 to 9. Method dot substring and the substring does such that, let's just say it 1 to 4, so it goes from 1 to 4, including the last character and excluding, no, including both of the characters, first to 4. So this is the first, second, third. Okay, so the ending is exclusive and the first one is inclusive. Yep, already defined. So in our case it will be from 1 to, and the index of this first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 0 to 1 to 9. So this will be our date. Date part is completed. Then now we need to define time. So time will be after the comma and space to the closing square bracket. Yeah, that is a simple thing. Maybe message dot split, no, dot substring. So if we can say that if this is the ninth index, third, sixth, and eighth. Yeah. So if this is the ninth index, then the space will be 10th one, and this will be the 11th. So it will always start from the 11th and will end at the index where there is a first closing square bracket. So the index of first closing square bracket can actually vary. So we can like dot index of, and the index will be the first closing square bracket. Like this. So the time is also defined. Then sender will be from closing square bracket, like closing square bracket plus one index. After that there is like a column. So let's now define the sender. It will be as message dot split will be again from the index of closing square bracket will be starting index. That is exclusive. That is inclusive. So we need to do +2 there. Yeah, in the arithmetic attempt. What's wrong? Oh, so this needs to be subtract up till and until the first column. Index of the first column. And the final thing that now we will be needing to define is the path, actual string. Content will be equals to from the first column up to the ending. Yeah. So we can do that. It will be substring and the starting with the column +1. The column will be getting added 1 because, or 2 maybe. Yep, 2. Okay. So now we are at the message exit message, and it will be up to and until message dot length -1 and a comma. So by this we are able to get each and everything separate out. We will be moving this upside. If no, we can't. Okay. You can at least move it in the for loop. Yeah. Because this will be actually like used. So this will be outside the if condition. So we again need to actually take everything out. So does this mean that we are actually doing this for each and every message rather than can we modify the maybe we can, yeah, we can. And if it doesn't start with a square bracket, then message is off. To get a last message, dot last is there. Yep, that has better part. We don't. Yeah, hey Hoppers, how are you? Sorry, I wasn't able to like see your message. It was actually really deep into the coding. Yeah, so actually we are like currently coding this application. If I can get it, yeah. So currently we are coding this application. Like it is a WhatsApp statistics application. Like in short, using this application we can like see the statistics of the WhatsApp, like how many messages person has sent. Like I have sent 36 messages, which are not much. Then there is like a message of Kaushik that he has sent 24 messages. Then in only this much messages we have got like 20 sessions. So this is like just a mock UI thing, that how does its UI looks. So currently we have created the entire UI almost there. Like the UI is almost completed. We are currently working on the logic part, that how we'll be like separating out the message into the proper format. Like here is the format. Like if you have seen in the WhatsApp, there is like a export feature through which we can like export the message. So we get this kind of, we can say like output message. It says like, in short, this is like an example message that this kind of, not this kind of, actually this kind of messages are exported by the WhatsApp. So we'll be getting this kind of input and we need to figure out all the data, like how we'll be getting this data out, nothing else. So for now, we are able to fetch out individual strings like this date, then time with AM PM, then the sender's name and also the content of what it is having, like what's the content. So we are actually able to get a date, time, sender and content, all of it. The issue that we are currently working on is that if there is like a multi-line message, then this thing breaks. Yeah, we are currently like fixing that only. So let's get back. So now if the string doesn't start with this bracket, so at that time we can dot add. Can we? Yeah, we can edit that. If, yeah, great if you got that. Yeah. So let's test it then. If the line, like if there is a multi-line message, then it will be like adding these new lines, like these lines into the message of this line only. Like, so for that it will be like message, the last message. So it is like iterating to each and every message now. So it will be like the just the message dot last dot content. So we are getting the content and we'll be adding, if we can do so. Yep, we can actually set it to the content itself and the new operator under because the receiver can be null. Oh, good. the interpolation to compose string values into. Oh, yeah, we can actually use interpolation. It will be better. Unnecessary string. I am coding the man. Just wait for a moment. Actually, no, we won't be using string interpolation. Later, if it's required, we will use that. But for now, we be like just taking, hey, take the value of the last message content and then add new line to it with the current message as this is the message. So, and then add current message. And yep, I know it is nullable, so let's just make it nullable. And I thought that, yeah, so this is the way it will. So in short, it is like just doing nothing. That hey, if the message, like if the current line of the message starts with like without, like if the current line of the message, like this line, is not a line where there is like a new message. So at that time, like so at that time, it will just add this line to the message of the previous line. Like so, like we are like just taking the last message, then setting its content to the, like in short, the only thing that is doing is like just adding the line to the previous message only, if that makes sense. And then it adds and anything else. Yep. So for now, it should actually take the messages properly. Let's just say that the messages are going there properly. Yeah, maybe we can, yep, we can use that. Rather than running the entire application, we can just use Dartpad. It actually would be better, like rather than running the entire application. So actually, this is the old code that I was like trying to achieve a little bit of thing, and then we also need to import, like get this code and solving those errors. Man, just wait for a few minutes. Yep. So the message that's done, and also like just add a string. It will be multi-line string having all of our messages. Message is equal. Message is string. That will be better name. And always semicolon with S capital. Yep. So let's just say that we will be initializing messages. So this initializes that, and then will be messages dot format messages, and we'll be passing the string, and it will be returning the list of messages. So we can actually print it out. Let's hope that it goes properly. On got error. Invalid value not in increasing range of 24 to 52 30. Where? That error. Where is that error coming? Ungot error. Range error. Range of 24 to 52 13. We should like just message. Wait a moment, why is it? We'll figure that out later. Actually, so nope, I want it to be saved. Let's run our application and check. We have created launch session and set configuration to Dart and Flutter. No, we can like just add a configuration. Please run the code, run the code. The current art SDK requires, oh no, the only thing I forgot was to upgrade the Flutter. So I need to upgrade my Flutter. That was not supposed to happen. No, don't run it. I don't want it for now. Let me just first of all upgrade my Flutter, and meanwhile we can like just chat a bit. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, so the Flutter is upgrading, and no, why I was just in the screen to just running. Let's just put it to the code only. It's not a big upgrade, but it takes time. Yeah, so meanwhile it's upgrading, we can actually uh, so this was the code for the session part. And the upgrade is almost major part of the upgrade is done. Now it will start to installation every component. I know that that actually has been upgraded. I am only doing it now. But what's the time? It's 5:50. Yep. So let's check. Then yeah. So what we can work on meanwhile is something like in the lines like so. According to me, it should not be giving the error messages list splitting then 1 to 9, 11 to 3 index of the first web. Let me check that if the thing that we're checking this, yeah, it's just web record only. And it's now installing some of the default things that it does. Then we are doing the split index of and all of that. Let me like just take a little break and get about Hello. Yeah. So I am back after drinking a bit of water, like a glass of water. And while I was gone, the Flutter has been upgraded. And I, so that can be achieved. And also one more thing. And there was like a message from Kaushik saying that there is no electricity in his area. So he's like able to connect in the live. So I just got the message from him. So I said, and now let's start the application and check how is it running and what errors are we getting. It won't be running. In fact, we are not calling this format message anywhere in the application for now. So this is a stateful, and in the init state, in each state, it will messages dot to string. Wait. Let me import the model first. It will let you model messages dot messages equal to messages. So we are first of all initializing the object of it. Messages equals to messages dot MESS. Sorry, I have typed messages, not messages. Great. Messages dot format message, and the string we will be passing. Now let's get the entire string copied. And then message equals to it will be multi-line message. So 3. Yep. So this is the message. For now, we'll be using it and message. We'll be printing it. Yep. And now we can, so yeah. So now we can also close the text editor. We do that because we have the entire message example here in the code. Sorry. Yep. So it is running and it is waiting for Chrome, which it should have now picked up and started running it. Why is it like still not running, man? And why is there still one problem? Oh, our print calls. Yeah, I know we should not actually type these print calls anywhere in the code, so it is saying that we should avoid them. Instead of print call, we should like do log, which is provided by that developers plugin. But for now, we will be using print because this is temporary, and in temporary everything is allowed. And now, why is it waiting so much from Chrome for debug services? Let me restart my application. Wait. I will actually checking the application after the live so that my Mac have like more juice to it. And it was maybe Intel for internationalization, like for formatting the date and time. That format date time. It Let's what was the name of the package? Yeah, it was Intel actually. I knew it was Intel, but I actually rather than issuing the entire package for a single formation. You can actually get that formation by ourselves running. So for date, date time. Yeah, so instead of like just going date and time separate as a string, we can actually modify our package as date time multi-level level, not only date time. Date timer, date timer. And now we will be removing this entire thing and saying as date time. And it has auto imported that which is not required, and now there will be breakings. Date, month, year. Month, so the date will be from, so here's our A, date will be from 1st to 3rd. Third. Instead of going up to 9. One position argument expected but found 0. I know, that's the only reason I'm providing if we thought of it. So year will be year. After then there will be the argument string conversion to parameter type int. Great. So these all will be of type int. So this all will be int. Now this one will give error that we are assigning string to int. So let's say int dot par to convert them to a integer. And now we'll do that 3 more times. You can actually use a good trick of useful like to insert multiple cursors. Actually, I have entered more than the cursors that I don't. I only need 2 cursors at here and at here. int dot pr parse. It is the first thing that we are getting is date, month, and year. This is the date, then month, and finally year. So date is 1st to 3rd. So this is the 3rd, and 4th to 6th, 7th to 9th. Month is from 4th to 6th, and the year is from 7th to 9th. Then date, time, year, month, day. How is it going? Hour, minute, second. HMS. Okay. It's HMS format. Actually speaking, we can like just copy and paste this, and after that this will be hour, minute, second. Then after the then hour, minute, minute, second. And there is the comma there, a comma there, and we can actually remove this comma. We need to add that one. Actually, we can remove this one. We need to add that one also. No, we can actually remove that. I prefer not to. Let it be as it is. So now we'll be splitting the time to get our replacement from this to first semicolon. Actually, we will like first of all getting the time, and then we'll be using that time to like split and then use the sub parts. And it will be splitting it as at colon, and we'll be using the R is the first part, and as always need to parse it in dot parse. So now we are actually able to get the R. Can you provide AM and PM? No, it actually requires the AM and PM part. It is actually it takes actually the 24-hour format instead of 12-hour format. So let us now take a if as condition. If time dot contains AM in string with closing bracket and this. Is it in capitals? Let me check here. It's in capital. By the way, if you know the full form of AM and PM, please type it in the chat. I actually don't remember that. Actually, I know, but I'm like not able to remember that. So if you know, then please write it in the chat. If it contains AM, then the R will be just that. You can actually take it at a bit at upper side. Then if it contains AM, like if it is in the AM part in the first part of the day, then we won't be doing anything. And if it doesn't contain them, like if it's in the PM, then we'll be adding 12 to the hour. And we won't be using curly, so we can actually remove these curly braces. Yo. And now let's format the code much better. really, really, really much better code. Yep. So now it takes that, and we are then just passing that. And now one question arises that why we did a lot, like why we did this much of effort. Really, why were we like just doing that? Yep, so in message we are having this content done. Then we will be, yep. Thanks a lot for your support. It really helps me a lot. And yep, so let's get back and in the session part. Yep, we can do that also. But just let me think for a minute that. So now we are actually just able to format the date and time and all of the messages in a proper format. And here is the, so now we are able to actually format the entire string in a proper way, and then now we need to like make some algorithms for each one to uh, messages dot format messages, and it actually returns the entire messages only. So what a great working. Yeah, so mm, 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 mm. Yep, so from the next time I will also like trying to add a bit of audio in the stream, because actually while I'm not speaking so it really like silences out the entire stream. Let's try once more to run the application, or one better way, let me like just restart my VS code, and meanwhile let me like just change my view to, so by restarting the VS code maybe the Flutter version will get changed, and after that we can run the application to check that how it is running actually. If we are able to get each and every like vacation, if we are able to get each and every data properly and it's well and good, the only thing that we need is to just get those data proper. Up to now I can again go back to the code view. And actually the VS code is loading, and wait for a few minutes so that Flutter also gets loaded, then we can wait. Mm, Yep. So it's 6:12 and maybe we can now just see if there's anything else in the code to work for today. So by doing by implementing the data instead of the strings, we can later do such kind of things like let's say messages. I want to get the third message. So actually the index starts from the 0. So third signifies second, signifies the third. Dot date time messages dot set of the third, and after getting date time we can just day. Then we can also do difference, and actually this difference part will really come helpful at the time of implementing the sessions part. Yep, so maybe the data is now actually formatted in a proper manner, and so now let me just push the code. It will be, let's see, feature as implemented as, what can we say, messages formation. And the things that we have done are change it to a normal model, then implemented that, we know that, then in home screen added this, and just nothing else, just literally that trying thing. Then launch the session. Yes, I know I want to commit, and let's just push the code. And now the code is pushed, and so actually now you can also go to the code from the GitHub and view this code. And yep, so let's wrap it up for today, and tomorrow we'll again come for live streaming. Tomorrow we'll implementing the algorithms for the session and all of that. At the same time tomorrow at 5 o'clock we'll be coming live again, and tomorrow we'll try to complete all the sessions algorithm as well. Yep, and not anything else won't be maybe. Yep, that's it. So let's wrap it up for today, and tomorrow we'll be again back with the live streaming at 5 o'clock. Thanks a lot for watching the stream. Wait.